Good day, everybody. Hope it's been a good one so far. Today we're going to turn a piece of Siberian Elm End Grain turning. It was a funky piece at the bottom of the tree that they had cut off, and the only way I could get a bowl out of it was to turn it end grain. You got some cracks in it here that we're going to repair. We're going to use some Harbor Freight CA glue. It fits the bill. It's cheap. The applicator tip is nice and fine, so you can get it in the cracks correctly. And you don't have to worry about it drying up or anything. There's just a little bit in the tube, throw it out, move on. Alright, we'll get her mounted up on our faceplate for twice turn bowls that are a little bit warped. Alright, and now we'll true up the tenon. This stuff was incredibly hard and incredibly dusty. It was like turning epoxy. You'll see I put some slow-mo clips later on. But I actually get like ribbons off of the end grain, which you shouldn't get off the end grain. Alright, now we're going to put it on the 4-jaw chuck and get to turning this the right way. This is a homemade curved tool rust. My brother Adam helped me weld this up. It does the trick. It may not be the fanciest thing, but it works well. You can see I'm going through and just making sure I get the curve right, making sure I get everything right. This piece was incredibly dusty, and you'll see me hit it here with a piece of sandpaper real quick just to make sure I can sand out all the lines. And I'm happy with it. Alright, we started out without dust collection, but you'll see here real soon I'm going to say screw that and put it on. And you also see how slow I'm going on the inside. Alright, now I got the dust collector on. Like I said, just incredibly dusty. And this also, the rim on this, it's kind of a closed rim shape to it. So it doesn't let the shavings fly out. So I got to keep dragging the gouge back to pull all the shavings out. I keep stopping often to check the thickness. And the toenails you hear in the background are Molly walking around. Because, you know, she was passed out till I started talking. Alright, it wasn't cutting well, so I had to switch to a fresh gouge. Alright, switch camera angle just to give you a little bit better view. You can see how much dust is coming off of this. Checking the depth again, checking thickness, making sure I get everything the same. I had fun with slow-mo today, but that just shows how dusty it was and how, like I said, I'm taking very fine, very light cuts. And I went through, I had to sharpen gouges twice. Again, I switched to the curved tool rust, the homemade curved tool rust. Like I said, it works just fine for what I need. And switch to another tool rust. This was a straight one now. Again, we made this up, my brother Adam and I. Checking thickness one more time. I think we're getting real close here. And you see I tried every angle I could come up with tool rust to try to get better support on it. With it being such a deep piece, it was a challenge at best. Alright, I had to put some more CA on the bottom for some cracks. And I'm going to use my negative rake scraper on this. And some more slow-mo just to show you I'm getting ribbons off the end grain. That shows you how hard it is, like turning epoxy. There, I'm happy with it. Now we're going to start sanding. I'm going to go from 80 grit up to 400 grit for sure. And then I don't know if I'm going to need it or not, but I might go to 600. All depends on how the sanding goes and what kind of lines I get. Of course, I'm using ear protection and just a little bit of the sanding, because this took a long time. I probably spent an hour and a half sanding, 2 hours. Alright, now for the finish. I'm using General Finishes Wood Bowl Finish. And look at that pretty color. In person, it's more like a chocolate brown. Makes me want chocolate ice cream. So I am extremely happy with it. Yeah, it's a pretty one, but it fought me. And it's not done fighting me. Alright, now we got to remove the tenon. Again, going slow. Here's some slow-mo. Yeah, I'm getting ribbons off of end grain. Just amazing how hard this is. But yeah, very light, very slow passes. Just taking my time. No sense rushing. So all these videos are sped up to about 1,000%. That gives you an idea of how slow I'm actually going across these. The whole thing, any high speed's been 1,000%. Except for the finishing, I think I did that at 400. I just wanted to speed it up a little bit. Alright, and we're going to cut a couple of decorative grooves in here. I did this at normal speed just to show you. I just used a skew chisel. Use the point on the skew chisel to do it. And then we're going to sand. I'm going to sand it all the way up to 320. And remove the tenon. Or the nub. So I just 80 grit on a disc in my Jacob's chuck. And the drill spinner at about 1600. And now we're going to burn the logo on. Now towards the end of this burning, you're going to hear a little pop. I'm going to slow it down so you can hear it better. But my heart sank when I heard this pop. I thought the piece was done for. All right. Do you think it survived that pop there at the end? Well, it survived. Siberian Elm End Grain churning. Came out beautiful. This has an absolutely beautiful chocolate brown color to it. Very happy with it. A lot of shine to it. Anytime you move it. That little pop that you heard, that was this crack right here opening up. That crack wasn't there when I burned the logo in, but after it went pop, that crack showed up. Now the crack doesn't go all the way through. I knew, because this is end grain, they have a tendency to crack and they're not as strong as a regular side grain churning. So I left everything a little bit thicker on it just in case, but it's beautiful. It's 10.5 inches across, I believe. I didn't even measure it. Yep, 10.5 across and approximately 5 to 5.5 tall, somewhere in there, 5 inches tall. But there she is, Siberian Elm. Like I say, I'm very pleased with this one. I just can't get over the chocolate brown color. And my neighbor fired up his Camaro. Oh well. Anyway, please like, subscribe, share. I'm still trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I hope you like my videos. I hope you like what you do. Constructive criticism is always welcome. Thank you.